Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of The Power of Surrender with Hugh, where every day we take a card from the Power of Surrender deck by Dr Judith Orloff, and we chat about each one of these cards, one card a day, and just basically for your inspiration and for food for thought in these challenging times that we're living in. The card today is Surrender Procrastination. Now, procrastination is something I think that we all at one time or another struggle with. We start off on a goal that we have and we're like gung-ho and we're all about it, and then we get distracted and then things remain unfinished. I know that's something that I've struggled with at times, and that's what this card is about. Let me before I start getting into any personal anecdotes, let me say what it says here. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. And it's kind of perfect for now, because essentially it's saying, like, if there ever was a time to get to jump on your goals, to go after those things you want, it's now. We have that extra time for some of us, and it's just such an unusual time in the world. It's difficult when you go out, if I stayed in my apartment here all the time, I probably wouldn't notice it as much, but every time you go out, you see it. You see people wearing masks, going to the store, you see people, acting funny because of the virus, and you're like, oh God. And so it's there, it's in front of us all the time. And, it is one step at a time. That's what I'm going to say to you with this beautiful card, is that sometimes I think we have to remember, let's just take the next step. Let's get up that step. Nice, we're getting there, and let's go up the next step, because sometimes if you look up the top of the stairs, you're like, oh my God, that's going to take so long to get there. So just one step at a time, I think, is the main solution for procrastination. But the question comes up, why do we procrastinate? And this is a great question, why do we, in a sense, we kind of self-sabotage ourselves, Maybe we don't think, we're afraid to get it done in case it doesn't turn out the way that we would like. Or maybe we just, somehow there's some part of us that doesn't feel like that maybe this goal is out of our reach and it's impossible. And so we start off with enthusiasm and optimism, and then we lose a bit of that optimism and just kind of like put it to the side. I'll come back to it. Oh no, I have to focus on, I have to pay bills, I'll come back to it later, whatever it is. There can be a variety of reasons. But for me, rather than focus on the demons that we have, the self-sabotage mechanisms we have for stopping, I think it's more important to focus on how do we restart? How do we jump on that goal, as the card said? And it is, as I said there a moment ago, one of the ways of looking at it is, okay, let me just take it one step at a time, okay? If I can get this part done this weekend, all right, then I've taken one more step. And then by next weekend, I'll take it. So maybe sometimes it's mapping out how you're going to do it step by step. Another way of doing it is just absolutely gung-ho. All right, I'm not going to, now I'm going to jump back on this goal, and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to do every waking moment I have. I'm going to focus on this. That's absolutely another way of doing it. Now, the problem as well, of course, when things are left undone is that we go back and go, was it really a good idea in the first place? And maybe I want to change it up. And, and then again, more procrastination happens. But invariably, when we come up with an idea, it's a good idea, we're inspired. So it's good sometimes to revisit what was the original inspiration for you. My acting teacher, Mark McPherson, in Studio 24/7 in Los Angeles, used to talk about going back for actors to watch the movies that really inspire them. Mine are Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Signs by M. Night Shyamalan. So those two movies, both about UFOs, aliens and stuff like that, and that's my jam. That's just, when I watch those movies, I'm just like, whoa, it's totally like taken away. It's just, that's my jam, and watching that is inspirational for me. And so what I would say to you is to find ways to revisit whatever inspired your idea. It could be a business idea. It could be a relationship and you're like, just whatever. Or, like I really like this person, I'm going to pursue them. And then you start off and then you get put off and then you just move on to the next thing. But going back to the original inspiration, what inspired me to want to go after this person? Or what inspired me to have this work idea? Or what inspired me to have this creative idea? And by going back and revisiting the original creative spark, that can sometimes help us take those steps or go gung-ho to get the projects or the ideas that we have done. It's a fascinating card. Procrastination is something that we could talk about for till the cows come home. But again, I hope you've got some inspiration and food for thought from this card. And I will be back tomorrow for another episode. Remember, I have daily cards as well on Instagram. Just go to Hugh Readings, all one word, Hugh, Hugh Readings, all one word on Instagram, and you will see my daily cards there as well. My friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Boom.